I'm Davis Clark. I'm the Public Works Director for the City of Columbus. One of my responsibilities is overseeing Hillside Cemetery.
My name is John Marks. I'm past president of the Cemetery Board. I was on the board for 21 years and 20 years as president of the Cemetery Board.
I'm Gloria Molchek and I'm the Secretary Treasurer. I've been here as long as John. And my job is to record the minutes from our meetings and set them up and do the treasurer, keep track of the money that we have.
What we do is we make sure that it's mowed, snow removal in the wintertime. We mark out the graves, we mark out the monument, we trim the trees, we have contracts for tree removal. We also monitor the contractor for the turf maintenance as well. Some cemeteries are owned by the municipality. Hillside is owned by the municipality. The cemetery that butts up against Hillside, which is St. Jerome's, is owned by the Catholic Church.
Louis Ludington donated 10 acres of land for the cemetery.
1911, the association took over, and they did the association, put that together in 1911.
But they did have a cemetery committee, or whatever you wanted to call them back then, and started doing the cemetery. And so then they went into the association. Back in 2005, I came through the cemetery and I thought, well, something's amiss here. There's a lot of stones that don't look right. So then in the older part, as I went through, I couldn't believe the vandalism that I saw. So I went down to the police department and reported it, and they couldn't come up until the next day. They came up the next day and we went through, and we had over $8,500 worth of damage.
What people don't really understand is when you buy a monument, that's private property. So for the city or the church to come in and remove it, replace it, fix it, it's really not our job, it's the owner's. So what we do is we contact the owner, hey, somebody knocked over your headstone. If they can come out and fix it, great. But a lot of them, we've got some people that were buried in the Civil War. There's nobody around, so who's gonna take care of it? Well, we do. The cemetery board has gotten in touch with some inmates, and we have inmates come in every year and we reset headstones. So we'll stand some that are falling over, some that are about to fall over, and we'll pull those down, reset a base, and then reset the headstones.
And then after we had the vandalism done, we had other monument companies come in and help us set some other stones. Then I had heard about inmates from Fox Lake, that they come out to cemeteries and help. So Gloria contacted Fox Lake Institution and they said, yes, they do. So that's how we got started with the inmates.
Every year we have money to hire them to come, and so I contact him in January, so he puts us on the list, and then I call him in the spring, and then we set up a time. Usually they come for a week in the spring, and if we have money left over, then they come in the fall again.
And we save a lot of money by having these inmates come. You don't have to pay any insurance because they're part of the board of the state, and their wages are very cheap, and we get a lot of work done. And some of these people, they're so happy to get out during the day and do something to give back to the community.
Cemeteries are not for the dead, they're for the living. They are monuments that we can go and grieve to. So whether your loved one their ashes were scattered over a mountainside or out in the ocean, you need a place to go to grieve to, and that's what cemeteries are for. They're for the living, not for the dead.
The city of the dead in our midst has a pleasant seat. It is apart from the living, and they're hurrying to and fro. Only the murmur of their doings reach it upon the quiet hill. Yet the village from which its increase comes is stretched in full view at its feet and from its height. Even the crawfish looks almost picturesque The populations of this silent city has been increasing as the years have come and gone. Its people never changed their sad abode, and now its lanes are all tenanted. Death is the emperor whose realms are always widening, and he claims more territory of us.
Thank you for watching this week's segment.
Stay tuned weekly right here on the Columbus, Wisconsin Cable Facebook page for more videos about the Columbus community.